Universal Studios Hollywood has announced the remaining 3 mazes, so now we have the full official lineup of all 8 mazes plus the Terror Tram, as well as some brand new scare zones and new experiences here at Universal Studios Hollywood Halloween Horror Nights. So stay tuned and let's check it out. Starting off, let's go through the 8 mazes that we have officially announced now here at Halloween Horror Nights, Universal Studios Hollywood. Starting off, we have the Weekend After Hours Nightmare. Now, personally, I feel like this is going to be one of those sleeper hit mazes. I really do think this is going to be a lot better than people are expecting. Now, originally, I was thinking that the Weekend wouldn't really go well with a maze, but the more I think about it and the more I look at the concept art and some of the videos that they've released, it looks like it could be a really, really good and scary maze. The description of the maze is: you love his music, but can you survive his mind? The Weekend is about to stalk your squad through this haunted house, a surreal living nightmare from his after hours videos. His nightmare is now yours. Personally, I am super excited for this maze, and I do think it will be a really fun and scary maze, and obviously the music will be incredible for this maze as well. The next maze that we have announced is Halloween, the original Halloween movie. I am a huge Halloween fan, especially for the original one, so I'm super excited for this maze. It's going to be located near the Curious George parking lot, in the same area where Pandora's Box was last year. The description of the maze on the website says: silent, merciless, relentless. There's nobody like Michael Myers. And if your Scream Squad is ready this year, you can gather together and face the terror of Halloween from the very beginning. I'm super excited about this maze. I think it'll definitely be a really scary maze. And yeah, just can't wait to experience this one. Next maze that is officially announced is the Horrors of Blumhouse, Freaky and the Black Phone. Now, personally, I still have not yet seen the Black Phone, but I have heard incredible reviews from it. However, I have seen Freaky. I'm not sure exactly how well that will go with a maze, but definitely I feel like the Black Phone could go really well with it. So yeah, I'm not sure what to think about this maze, but I definitely think it could be an interesting maze. But just from my opinion, I feel like it may be one of the weaker ones, but we'll have to see when the event officially opens in exactly 3 weeks. The description for this maze is: get ready for a blood-curdling new double feature of Blumhouse horror as your Scream Squad faces a ruthless serial killer in Freaky and an evil kidnapper in the relentless, terrifying The Black Phone. Next, we have Legends Collide, the Halloween Horror Nights Universal Monsters maze for this year. Legends Collide is the Wolfman versus Dracula versus the Mummy, and personally, I am super excited for this maze. At Midsummer Scream, Slash released his music that's going to be scoring this maze, and it sounds incredible. I am super excited for this maze. I love the Universal Monsters mazes. Last year, Bride of Frankenstein was my personal favorite maze at the event. So this year, I am super excited for Legends Collide. I feel like it has the potential to be one of the best, if not the best maze this year. The description for this maze this year is: if you thought one Universal monster was scary, how about 3? Summon your Scream Squad, because you're about to get caught between the Wolfman, Dracula, and the Mummy, together for the first time. So yeah, I'm super excited for this maze. I have really high expectations, and hopefully I don't have too high expectations that I'm disappointed, but I feel like I won't be. I think this is definitely going to be one of the best mazes. Next, we have Scarecrow The Reaping, one of the most recently announced mazes. Now, personally, I've never been to Halloween Horror Nights Orlando. However, they did have this maze one year there. And I am super excited for this original maze here at Hollywood. The concept art released at Midsummer Scream looks incredible. And I feel like this is definitely going to be one of the scariest mazes. And I am super excited for this one. The description is: at an abandoned Depression-era farm, vengeance takes root. The scarecrows are avenging the ravaged land. In this all-new haunted house, the only harvest that would be reaped is your Scream Squad. I am so excited for this maze. I really have high expectations for this one, and it looks like it's going to be incredible. I really like the original mazes at Halloween Horror Nights, so this one looks really, really fun. And finally, we have the 3 mazes that were just recently announced yesterday, starting with La Llorona, the Weeping Woman. Now, this maze was originally around in 2012, however, I did not get to experience it then, so I'm super excited to see this maze. It looked like an incredible scary maze before, so I'm super excited to experience it this time. The facade has been up for quite a while now, and it looks incredible, so I'm super excited for this maze. The description is: you and your Scream Squad remembered the tale of the woman who drowned her children and then herself. Once a childhood fable, she's back to terrifying once again. This is no nightmare. This is La Llorona. So yeah, super excited for this maze. The next maze that was announced yesterday is going to be Killer Clowns from Outer Space returning. Now, this maze was first at Halloween Horror Nights in 2019, and I actually did not get to experience it that year, even though I did go to the event. So I'm super excited to see this maze return so I can finally get to experience it. But I heard incredible reviews from it, and it looks like it's a really fun and scary maze. The description for the maze this year: there's nothing funny about these killer clowns who are about to make gooey, out-of-this-world snacks out of you and your Scream Squad. But if there's a reason people are afraid of clowns, this is it. I'm super excited for this maze to be returning, and yeah, I love the Killer Clowns movie, so this maze I think will definitely be a really fun one. And finally, the last maze that was just announced yesterday is going to be Universal Horror Hotel, an original maze. This was the one that John Murdy teased at Midsummer Scream, and I was super excited for this one. It looks really interesting. The story is a 1920s hotel, once on the hunting ground of its infamous serial killer owner, has been turned into a modern-day haunted hotel. Now he's back from the dead. Your first day will be your last. This one looks super good, and I'm really excited. I have no expectations for this one at all, so I'm really excited to see what happens when I go in for the first time. Alright, so that's it for all of the mazes that have been announced, but we also have the Terror Tram announcement as well. This year in the Terror Tram, Hollywood Harry is going to be bringing us into the mind of Jordan Peele, into his two movies Nope and Us. And I'm super excited that they're going to be using the Nope set that was just recently added to the studio tour for this year's Halloween Horror Nights Terror Tram. I am a huge fan of Us. I have yet to see Nope, but I've heard good things about it, so I'm super excited about this Terror Tram. Last year's Terror Tram was kind of disappointing, so I'm really hoping this one is a lot better. But judging from the concept art and from the descriptions that we have, it really does look like it's going to be incredible this year. Alright, besides the new mazes, we also have some announcements for some new scare zones. Starting off with El Pueblo de Terror. This scare zone is going to be the one on the exit of La Llorona, and it looks like it's going to be a really scary scare zone. The description for this scare zone is: from La Llorona to El Chupacabras, the most terrifying myths of all time converge in one tiny village where La Muerte is your only escape. So yeah, super excited for this scare zone. I think it's going to be a really fun scare zone and definitely one of the scariest. And similar to how the other mazes have ended in the Parisian courtyard, this one's going to be the end of La Llorona. Next new scare zone that was announced is Sideshow Slaughterhouse. The description says: step right up and enter a seedy sideshow where murderous geeks, freaks, and roustabouts make your horrified screams a part of the show. This one is the one that we've been seeing in the New York section of Hollywood, and it looks like it's going to be really, really scary. And finally, the last new scare zone that was announced is Clown Saws. It says: some people think clowns are the scariest, but we've decided to give chainsaws to an entire troop of demented clowns. You're welcome. I am super excited. I really love this. I really love the chainsaw scare actors at Halloween Horror Nights, so this one's going to be a really fun scare zone. Additionally, Jabberwockies will be returning as the show at Universal Halloween Horror Nights. I'm not a huge fan of the show, however, it is still really fun, and I've seen it a couple times, and I'll probably see it again this year. And additionally, something I am super excited for is Death Eaters will be roaming the wizarding world of Harry Potter this year. The entire land will be filled with them, which is something I am super excited for. Last year, the wizarding world was open, but there are no scare actors or scare zones in the land, so I'm super excited for this. This looks like it's going to be incredible. They've had it a couple times at Universal Studios Orlando, but never here in Hollywood, so it's going to be really fun to see that here. They have not yet announced what rides and attractions will be open, but my assumption is it will be the rides that have been open in the past, such as The Simpsons, Jurassic World, The Mummy, and Transformers. That's all for all the announcements at Halloween Horror Nights. We've got about 3 weeks until the event starts, and we will be there opening night for full coverage of the event, so stay tuned. Be sure to comment down below which maze or scare zone you are most excited for. And be sure to comment if you will be there on opening night as well. We will have full coverage from the event, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching World of Immersion today. Be sure to check out our other videos, especially our Halloween Horror Nights videos once they start coming out in a couple weeks. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.